travelers. I'll just use breaking bourbon. Ooh, smells zesty. Ooh, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Neither.
Put it down.
Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I'm Martelle, and Randy's out sick, but Malert Mike is with me at the Mac Shack. What's up, Mike?
Howdy, folks.
How you doing?
Good. Yourself?
Real good, actually.
Yeah, same. Much
Real
better.
good.
Much
Yeah.
better than I have been, so
Good.
take it as a win.
It's Super Bowl Friday. Sunday. I still want it to be Friday. It's Super Bowl Sunday.
It should be.
It's
a weekend thing. Like, at least have it on Saturday so people have a day to recover.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I get it, but they've added Thursday night football and Monday night football and Saturday night football. Just do it Friday or Saturday night instead. I get it's tradition. We can buck tradition though. There we go.
Fire.
So, yeah. So you just mixed up some Sazeracs.
Because it's Mardi Gras.
It is.
My wife just got back from New Orleans for a conference. I'm going to try and Shanghai a trip to New Orleans. She's going back in another month and a half.
Oh, yeah?
She's going to be there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And we have a thing that we have to do in D.C. starting on Wednesday night. So I'm going to... Oh, you're getting it.
They're coming.
I'm going to fly down with her since the hotel's already paid for.
Oh, nice.
And then I'll be able to... Our hotel will be... And airfare will be paid to go to D.C. So...
Why not?
Yeah. So I'll get to go to New Orleans for a couple of days for the price of an airline ticket. So...
That would be awesome. I've never been to New Orleans.
We went once, and she's been there a couple of times. I've been there once, and I'll go back in a heartbeat. We didn't eat bad food. We didn't have a bad drink.
Oh,
It
I
was a
bet.
blast.
I've heard the only downside I've ever heard about New Orleans is it smells like piss.
And vomit, and there's
Yeah. Like
many hustlers.
I mean, they clean the shit out of the streets. I know that. Like I've seen the videos of them cleaning the streets and stuff, but you just can't. It's ingrained into the concrete.
Yeah, when Melissa
just
went
there.
down last week, she was in New Orleans for 10... She was at her hotel for 10 minutes, and the elevator got stuck.
Yeah.
So she was trapped in the elevator, and when they finally got off in the other bank, I think I mentioned it last week, there was a gentleman and a woman who sold her services by the hour.
Yeah.
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 So she ended up getting stuck in the same elevator the next day for about 15 minutes.
I wouldn't have taken that elevator again.
Well, the hotel, you hold up your key card to the elevator bank.
Yeah.
And it's like the elevator comes down and it takes you to your floor. So it's not like you hop on the elevator, hit 6, and go up.
But if there's different elevators, I just
I'll
wouldn't
be
get
like,
on.
Yeah, nope, I'm good.
I'll
Thanks.
wait. I'll wait.
It can go up by itself. I'll wait till the next one.
Yep. I'll even reach in and hit it and then step out just to make sure. But yeah, so this Sazerac is really good.
Yeah, so
I'm enjoying this. Is it made with Sazerac?
it is not. I used Rittenhouse.
Good, because Sazerac is gross. Sazerac Rye is bubble gum bad. It's just pink bubble gum is disgusting.
Yep. So the Sazerac is a local variation of a cognac or whiskey cocktail, which originally was from New Orleans. Most traditionally served with a combination of cognac or rye whiskey, absinthe, Peychaud's bitters, and sugar. And so that's basically what this is Peychaud's bitters, Rittenhouse rye, absinthe, and a couple of sugar cubes.
I like it.
With a lemon twist.
I like it. I think I've had a Sazerac before, but it wasn't this good.
Yeah, I had one last night, and I was like, oh, yeah, we can do this on the show.
Yeah, I had.
And it's Mardi Gras, so it's timely and topical. And
I had beer yesterday, and it.
What? So, out of curiosity, because you posted This glass has been empty longer than it's been
Yes.
full. And I was like, that looks like, no, that's definitely Outer Belt.
Oh, it was Outer Belt. I even made sure that the coaster was visible in the photo without tagging them. I'm just so over that fucking place. Like, I haven't been there in a while. And my buddy Sean's going through a hard time he's in the middle of a separation and divorce. And so I've been hanging. He'll just call me. He's like, what are you doing? So yesterday, he calls me and he's like, I need to get the fuck out of this house.
All right, cool. Yeah. Where
I'm
do you
like,
want to go?
Cool. I said, just come over. He's like, you're not doing anything? I was like, I'm playing PlayStation right now. Like, I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima. Like, I'm just killing fuckers. So just come over.
Sounds like a great day.
It was a good day. You're a samurai. It is a good game, too. And so he comes over, and I can tell he's kind of antsy. And he's like, he comes in, and he's like, I hate to do this to you. You got a beer? I'm like, you want a beer? I said, I said, fucking whiskey. I'll make cocktails, whatever. He's like,
I just want a beer.
cheap beer.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't do cheap beer. I don't have cheap beer. And so ended up, I had like the Jackie O's the IPA that I had brought last week and had 2 of those left. So I'm like, here you go. And so him and I sat and we were bullshitting and going down to the basement and looking at things and coming up with things that we can change that aren't going to cost a ton of money to change. And we end up running out. I had to run my youngest over to a friend's house. And so we end up going to Outer Belt. And we walk in, and people are being, like, seated by a server.
That's new.
We just walk right by that shit. I'm like, it's a fucking bar. It's not a goddamn restaurant.
It's a goddamn brewery. It's not even a fucking
It's not even
bar.
a bar. Yeah, so walk past that. We just sit at the bar and, like, pick up menus, and we're looking at stuff. It took probably 5-7 minutes before anybody acknowledged we were even there. Not took our order, acknowledged we were there.
I'll be right with you guys.
Yeah. And then probably another 5 minutes after that before we actually got to order. And him and I were bullshitting, so I wasn't real, like, not worried about it. Like, I'm not in a hurry.
Right.
So I ordered their Dubstep Warship, which I think that's the best thing they have on tap.
I don't know that I've had it.
It's a 9% Imperial IPA.
Okay.
It's good. So I drank that, and then that glass sat empty for 20 minutes. And, like, we're trying to get the people's attention, but there's, like, a private party thing going on in the party room, and everybody in that private party came out
to the bar?
to the bar. They've got 4 people behind the bar, though. 4 people cannot... It just... Logistically, 4 people cannot manage
That's
all those
lot.
people that
I was
came
about
in.
to say, not only that, but it's a good sized bar.
It is.
And you have all the table space plus the patio space,
Mm-hmm.
and it's nice enough to be out on the patio.
It was. You could have been out there, but what I'm saying is, like, only 2 people needed to manage the people that came out of that private party.
You didn't need all 4.
The other 2 people could have been managing the bar as they should have been, but no. Like, it was just constant. And finally, Sean said, someone walked by, he's like, hey, what do I need to do to put an order in? Because they removed all the QR codes to place orders through your phone.
Really?
You have to do it through the bar.
It was
So-
probably because the bartenders were pissed off that people were getting food at the bar and they weren't getting a piece of it.
Well,
because they weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. But at the same time, if that's what's going on, that's a problem.
Yeah, so now you have to place your order through the bar or sitting at the table through a waitress, which the brewery has waitresses, which drives me fucking insane too. They're not that big. It's not Rheingeist or Mad Tree where they have to have waitresses walking around. But either way, the first thing, so, that all happened. And I got pissed, so I made a post, a very not so vague post about where I was drinking at.
I know I picked up on it.
Yes, it's you and several others, because I got messages like, "Oh, that bad, huh?" I'm like, I fucking hate it over here. Like, it's just not. It's not what it used to be. But when you walk in the front door in that front vestibule, when you walk in, there's 2 cots, beds, and it says, "Want to stay the night at a brewery?"
Oh yeah, they're doing overnights.
I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
They're
Like,
doing even before Dom left, they were doing like they were starting to get into like have your bachelor party here. and do an overnight.
Well,
but like the
overnight
the bar tab was like fucking like it was, first of all, it was expensive, and like the bar tab you got, and I might be misremembering, but it was like $800 or something. And that's a lot of fucking beer.
That's a lot of beer. That better include food and everything else. But I'm just like, this place is a fucking generic Chuck E. Cheese for adults. Like, all they need is the animatronics. There are so many goddamn arcade games now.
I know.
Like,
I know they had darts and all that
well,
other stuff.
they had darts and pool, which is fine, and they had the skee ball. Now I think they've got like the claw machines, like a fuckload of claw machines. I think I didn't go back to the backside of the bar to find out. To the backside of the brewery to find out, but it's just like, are you shitting me? Like, you could have been fine with darts and pool. Those are bar games.
Yeah.
Skee ball, I love skee ball. Skee ball's fine.
I think they have shuffleboard too, which is my personal favorite. But
well, they used to have one of those bowling, like a bowling machine, as well. I think that's gone because kids were literally throwing the bowling balls at the door instead of they were trying to throw them down the machine, and they ended up like chucking them over the machine and hitting the door. Like, the whole place is just
for sale.
Well, yeah, it is for sale. So if you got $5 million, you want to own a brewery plus a building that a gym's in and a dispensary, like not the dispensary itself, just the building the dispensary's in. You know, $5 million will buy you all that. I think it's overpriced.
Yeah.
Like, severely overpriced. But, I mean, I guess it comes with a functioning business that needs to be completely turned around.
I was about to say, all the equipment and everything, and I think that
Well, they did a $1 million renovation before they opened.
the name and the recipes come with it, I believe.
I would change all that shit anyway.
Yeah.
I'd get Dom back in there somehow as a contract brewer and be like, let's fucking fix this. Like, because he's killing it down at Double Edge. I mean, I was at Double Edge this week too.
Oh, I want to get down there and try their new releases, Billy the Kid and William the Adult, 2 Bach beers.
I didn't see those on the menu.
They dropped yesterday. I think.
That's why then.
Yeah.
I just had I tried their 7 Seas IPA, which was
really good.
And then I ended up having, I know I always default back to an orange weeded ale.
Yep.
So I defaulted back to that, but I ended up having something, I don't remember what it was now. It was good. I just don't remember. I'm bad with names, people and beers.
Same.
And but that was a good time. Like, Sean and I, we were down there, and Hogs and Honeys was there. And when we went over, and he's like, "You want anything?" He's like, "I'm paying for everything." Like, you don't have to pay for everything. He's like, "No, I'm paying for everything." And the lady goes, "All we have is burgers." He's like, "I guess it's burgers."
Cool. Guess we'll have a burger.
So they ran out of all their food. And Hogs and Honeys, if you haven't had them,
no, I see them at the
amazing.
Lancaster Market all the time, but I haven't tried them yet.
They're really good. They were at the gym for one of the competitions.
Oh, that's awesome. So what they have on tap right now is Billy the Kid, William the Adult, the Lancaster Shandy, Brightside.
Brightside is the one I got.
Hop Street, Freshly Baked, Glazed and Infused, Lost in the Woods, Rustic Sunrise, Oatfield, Nefarious, Big Shot,
Nefarious, that's what I had.
So it's the stout.
Yes, I think that's what I got.
Oh, yeah, that's the one. That's the bourbon barrel one that they just put out.
Nope, I didn't have that. I take it back. I tried it. I didn't have it.
Third Hop to the Sun. That's the triple IPA. 7 Seas, Hank Dankinson.
Maybe it was the Hank Dankinson.
And then Big Shot, which is another 10.5 ABV.
No, it wasn't that.
Because I strong ale.
I went light ABV stuff while I was down there. I do, and we need to get Dom on the show so we can convince him to do it. I want him to do like a 17 or 18%er. Like, if I could get him to do a 17 or 18% Imperial IPA. Oh my God!
Yeah,
I'm in. I'll help finance it. But it's got to be. I got to get my name on
the
it. The
Buckhorn dog.
I'll call it something. Mother Buckers.
Yeah.
Buckhorn.
I'm in. 100%.
When Randy and I had talked about that like years ago. Like, what could we contract brew through Outer Belt when Dom was there to do a
small batch,
heavy release, or heavy like APV beer, and have it somehow we get some of the proceeds of that, like to help fund the show, type of thing. But I was just like, but we never Like I never was able to get with Dom with it and try to do it. But Evil Twin has an Imperial IPA, or had an Imperial IPA that was like 18% that I just loved. So, I don't know.
Yeah, the Brewfest finalized everybody who's going to be included. All the breweries are going to be included. Let's see. over 20 breweries. Of course, Double Edge, The Lot, Marion, Nocterra, Land Grant, Wolf's Ridge, Happy Hollow, Homestead, Jackie O's, Thunderwing, Combustion, The Phoenix, Southern Tier, Devil's Kettle, Nobleman, Brew Brothers, Wingman, and 2 distilleries.
Okay, nice. So speaking of...
So we got the VIP tickets, so we get in early.
I'm
3 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll get you that. Is it in Town Square?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're blocking off the roads again?
Yep. 2 bands. Angela Perley is one of them, and she's actually kind of big, so...
Well, hopefully they don't turn the fucking volume up.
It'll
so
be up
goddamn
to
loud.
like 70.
Like,
yeah.
I don't understand why it has to be...
Their speakers go to 11.
Cranked to 12. Why don't you just have it go to 10 and turn 10 louder? Well, then it wouldn't be 11. So, did you? And I don't know where it came from, but I don't know if you sent it or if Randy sent it, but it was the article about the guy who embezzled $200,000 from a local brewery.
That was
It was like 1487.
yeah,
in
that
Plain
was
City.
yeah.
Maybe it was my buddy Pete that sent it to me.
Yeah, I read about that.
And I'm like, how the fuck did he embezzle that much and no one knew?
Right.
And they had to close their doors because of it.
That was part of the reason, yep. And then they blamed Bidenomics despite the fact that they got like $400,000 in forgiven loans during COVID. Like, this is all Biden's fault. Thanks for the money that I didn't have to pay back.
It's not Biden's fault. It's the fucking CFO that stole all the money.
Shit like that cracks me up.
But if they had to close, then it must not have been good.
So not only so
I never heard of them, so.
No, I saw neither had I. I just saw something either yesterday or today. The brewery that the head brewer from Outer Belt left to go to.
They lost another brewer?
No.
Oh, Dan.
Dan.
Yeah.
He went down to New Orleans.
Yes.
That brewery is involved in some sort of brouhaha where they're closing up and like the feds are like involved and like hedge fund shenanigans and like all kinds of shit.
Holy shit.
I didn't get a chance to read the entire article, but I was just like, I'm pretty sure that's where Dan went.
Yeah, because he was. I thought he was going to Abita.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But it wasn't Abita.
But now I gotta.
It's some smaller.
It's
like,
Fort Note or something like that.
Yeah, it's something
and
smaller. Because Abita's good. I just can never find Abita around here. Like, and I can't remember the one that I like. It was like a purple bottle, purple packaging.
Yeah, Purple Haze.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So then, hey, that makes sense. But that one was really good. And then I think they had another one that I liked. They may have Black Label. It was like, I think it was a bourbon, may have been a bourbon aged. But again, I'm bad with that shit. So, but yeah. So
Faubourg. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ended up going there,
Damn.
and they're in the news for shenanigans. Faubourg.
Oh, Wells. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to Winter Brewfest. I was gonna get tickets, and then you're like, yeah, hey, I got his tickets. I'm like, all right, cool.
Well, because I double checked. I was like, hey, Melissa, you still want to go? She was like, not really. I was like, cool. Well, I'm going to go buy tickets then. And
Mike and I will go.
yeah,
or Brandon and I will go.
you could drop us off and sloppily call you when we're ready.
Yeah, I have to try not to get
Yeah,
completely shit-faced.
Well, and that's what I was saying. I was like, that's on Saturday. We could either record right after that, which might be a problem.
I mean, it could be fun.
Yeah, or just do it the next day because I know Randy had no interest in going, which is good because we don't have a ticket for him now. But
right, and I think they're out of VIP tickets too.
Oh, then I'm glad I got it when I did.
I think. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a good time.
Well, I'm intrigued that this time they also have
some distilleries.
Some distilleries there.
I would like to see, kind of a a Distill Fest.
You know, there's a couple that happen around Ohio where they do
There's
whiskey
one in Dublin.
fests.
There's one in Dublin. What they primarily do Irish whiskey for that one.
They did one out at Willie Pig Brewery. It was an Irish or a bourbon, and I think it was a bourbon one.
They did it. I know they do a bourbon one in Grove City or Groveport. I always get them confused.
That might have been one as well. That's where we need to fucking go. Write that off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
it's for the podcast. We got to go.
It's fine. But yeah, because I wanted to go this past year, and I never ended up getting tickets. But the tickets are like, they're not cheap. They're like $100 and some.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Like, fuck me.
Well, you know, the difference between a beer sample and a whiskey sample is pretty vast.
Right. You know, you're still getting your 1 ounce pour is still
yeah,
it's still 1 ounce pour. Where beer, they're like,
well, that's why I'm
we gotta
curious.
give this shit away.
Yeah, I'm curious about the distilleries that are going to be there because High Bank makes good whiskey. You know, they do Whiskey War. I have a couple of those different ones. And I don't think that I've had one that I've been like, nah, okay, it's fine. I've liked most of the ones that I've tried.
Most of everything I've had from them, I'm still, like, I liked it when I had it here, the Trail of Unicorn Tears, that Cow's Pick. I went and bought 2 bottles. I got my bottles home. I opened my bottle, and I was disappointed.
Crazy.
Like, God damn it.
It's like having food out somewhere and then you make it at home and it's either way better or like way worse. And you're like, God damn it.
God damn it. This isn't as good. So I've got 2 bottles of the shit. One of them I haven't even drank through yet. The other one I was going to donate to, I was actually going to donate this year to BC Athletics does a thing called Night at the Races down at the Mill downtown. And
silent auction type of thing.
Silent auction. They have horse racing, like pre-record. It's all pre-recorded. You just bet on a horse, and then they do live auction.
I was about to say, didn't Bloom Carroll do that for one of their things?
They do it every year.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I've done it every year since 2016.
That's awesome.
And the head organizer who put all that shit together and started it actually just passed away this year. So it was just like, fuck. So I wanted to go this year. Tickets are $240 for a table. For a table of 8.
Damn.
That's it. I was like, I'll buy the table.
Right.
Like, I will easily spend $240 for, 6 of my friends to come with me. Like, and then no one has to pay me back for it. I'll just buy it. And it includes dinner. It doesn't include drinks, but it includes, like, you can go up and do the silent auction. You can go, there's a live auction that they do as well. You can do the horse racing thing. But then I thought about it, I'm like, I don't have 6 friends that aren't actually already going to be there.
Right.
I was like, fuck. Well, never mind. So I'm not going this year, and I'm not donating my bottle. But if I donate it and I go, there's a chance that I actually win it back, and I don't want it back because
if you were disappointed with it again, we should try it again. See if you. But it
would literally be the most expensive bottle that somebody would donate at $100 because everything is like bullet. And there's maybe the occasional, like, Buffalo Trace if someone, like, because people don't know, they're just donating shit. They just go to the store and donate it. And so.
That's a fucking tasty cocktail.
Yeah, I like it. So let's tear into the Travelers first. So there's so many mixed reviews on it.
Oh my God, it's crazy. It is really kind of fucking nuts.
And I'm glad that we're waiting to do it until now and not when I actually bought the bottle because I bought it a month ago, like right after it came out. And people are all over the place with this. So it's a Buffalo Trace product. It is. It's a blend,
right? Well, it's not a bourbon.
Nope, it's a blend. It's blended whiskey with Chris Stapleton, which is funny because Chris Stapleton doesn't drink. So how that ever comes about, fine. But Harlan Wheatley from Wheatley Vodka, who is from Buffalo Trace, his name is the blender on this blend.
Interesting.
And people thought at one point before it was announced, if I'm remembering correctly, that this was somehow had vodka in it. Blended with vodka, like, because it's a blended whiskey. But that's not the case. So I think I have everything here up on my phone for it. So
Did you pull it from? What did you pull it from? Because I'm going to
Breaking
pull.
Bourbon.
I'm going to pull it from Buffalo Trace because
Pull it from Buffalo Trace and see. So I'll read this little excerpt here from Breaking Bourbon. And Traveler is spelled with 2 L's as opposed to 1 L. And
Travelers. There's 2 L's, so that's why. Travelers.
So Traveler's
Te amo.
Whiskey.
Travelers.
How do you spell llama? 2 L's. May seem simple on the surface, but it's anything but. It's the first celebrity collaboration whiskey Buffalo Trace has attached its name to. It's a blended whiskey and a Wheatley Jesus Christ. It's a blended whiskey, and Wheatley and Stapleton are identified on the bottles as co-founders. First and foremost, the flavor profile is unfamiliar, arguably sweet to a fault, but will likely satisfy casual mainstream whiskey drinkers. So just that little first piece is really, I think, what's fucking people up. Because they're like, oh, it's too goddamn sweet, or it's not sweet enough, or it's, whatever.
Sounds like a wheated whiskey.
And it sounds more like a wheated whiskey.
Yeah, wheated bourbon. Yep.
Let's see. If Sazerac wanted to appeal to more diehard whiskey drinkers with this, they would have been more forthcoming about what makes up the blend. What makes the blend important is because it's released, unlike most whiskeys being released nowadays, it is technically classified as a blended whiskey, which it harkens back to earlier times when blended whiskeys were often known to be subpar products. And I think that little piece is what has fucked people up too. Blended whiskeys aren't bad.
No.
Like, I have a ton of blended whiskeys, but that's what they did. When they had a bad batch, they just mixed it with a good batch and called it a blended whiskey, and problem solved. So I'm not going to read the whole thing. So on the palate breathes some life into the whiskey, most notably due to its light yet smooth, almost creamy mouthfeel, which is sure to find fans. Light oak, maple sugar, candy, a touch of sweet corn, along with hints of caramel and buttercream. Well, that you kind of just said what Buffalo Trace is. Yeah. Buffalo Trace is kind of got a creamy mouthfeel to it, some sweet corn.
It's very easy to drink.
Vanilla, and very easy to drink. So, with this being what it is, and then seeing all the reviews after the fact, I'm like, so it's a blended Buffalo Trace?
Right.
All right. There we go. So we'll see here. We're going to, if I can get this goddamn...
Apparently, Stapleton's partnered with them a couple times to release single barrel picks at E.H. Taylor.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did hear that too. But he doesn't drink.
No.
He is... Oh, there's a little pull tabby thing here. That doesn't work. Awesome. Way to go, Buffalo Trace.
Got it?
Yeah. I forgot my knife, my knife.
I have 3 right now.
I usually have 2 on me if I'm EDCing, but... All right, here we go.
That was good pop.
Judge on the pop, it should be good. Oh, wow. There we go. And that is a synthetic cork. So there's that. Whoa. Just knocked my cigar out. So, let's see.
Real light on the nose.
Oh, yeah. Super light on the nose. Almost like a light whiskey, not even a bourbon, just a light whiskey.
Tiny bit of ethanol.
Which I would...
Sweet. I get sweet.
Are they classifying this as a bourbon?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. So
a lot of people, and I think that's the other thing. People heard Buffalo Trace
and expected
a bourbon rather than a blend.
Yeah, it's very light.
Definitely sweet.
Little fruity.
Yeah, like appley.
Yeah, like a green apple.
Yeah.
And some, maybe a hint of caramel, like a green caramel apple.
Yep.
Just really light. So, warmth of green apple or grape, along with hints of sweetness. So, there's an individual scent that stands out, but the overall composition is a bit unfamiliar, not falling into typical bourbon, rye, or even light whiskey territory. It's very light, and while not off-putting in any way, it's also memorable, just simply lacks presence.
Yeah. Complex. So Buffalo Traces is complex aromas of vanilla, aged fruit, and buttery shortbread, rounded off by caramel and a touch of oak.
Okay. It is creamy. It's not viscous. It doesn't have that oily like coating, but it's
Yeah, it is. It's more buttery.
Yeah, at first it's kind of creamy, buttery, and like whipped butter, not like a slab of butter
Not
in your
Kerrygold.
mouth. No, it's but it's not terrible.
No, it's just
It's very lackluster.
yeah. It's kind of meh.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just
It's what, $40 a bottle?
$40 for the bottle. Yeah, it's not. It's just not. Oh my god, got to go get it.
Evan Williams, half the price.
Yeah, like this is. It's not terrible. It's 45%. So
Well, here's the thing. Like, yeah, that second is sweet. That second
Yeah.
sip is real sweet.
sweet corn.
Yeah.
Very sweet corny. Like not sweet corn, but sweet.
Like
and
cream
corn.
cream corn.
Yeah.
Like cream corn. It's very, yeah,
Yeah.
creamy and corny. All right, third sip. Little bit of spice at the end,
Yeah. Not, but
but like I don't even know that this would hold up to a mix.
no. It may hold up only to like maybe
Ice.
ice or a shot of bitters, and that's it. Like it's gonna get lost if you made an old fashioned out of this, completely. But let's see what happens when we do saline solution.
But the nose disappears.
Awesome. Can't wait.
It just turns into ethanol.
I know. I literally have nothing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's nothing there.
Now it's just Bernie.
Heavy on caramel.
Yeah.
Like heavy caramel and then some ethanol burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't add water. Don't.
Yeah, this is a neat slash. Like I don't know that this would hold up to any kind of, like maybe an old fashioned with a little bit of bitters, maybe. But
Maybe.
like the Sazerac, you couldn't get away with
No.
it. The absinthe and the Peychaud's would take over this whiskey.
Yeah,
which
this
is
is-
why it's supposed to be made with a cognac or a rye, because those are a little bit more robust. But this is
It loses everything.
Yeah.
With the water, like you get that caramel up front, and then that's it. Done.
Yep.
It's over.
that's not even good salted caramel. It's like
It's like shitty.
caramello caramel.
I was gonna say like bulk bag caramel,
Not Brock's, but like
but like cheap,
yeah, like store brand.
like 1980s white label Foodland caramel. When everything was just a black and white label.
You know what? It's a good beginner whiskey.
That first every time that first sip is like salted caramel, and then it just it goes away every time.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is something that I would give to somebody who had has never had or drank whiskey before,
or
they're just starting out.
yeah.
And
That.
like this is
It's beginner whiskey.
it's an entry level. It's a novice whiskey.
But for $40 you can do better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like
For,
this
for $40 you could get Makers.
get Makers, get an Evan Williams
Get Bullet.
bottle and bond.
Yeah, Evan Williams bottled and bond.
Evan Williams white label.
The benchmark bonded.
Benchmark, any benchmark. I mean, the $12 benchmark beats this.
Yeah, I would agree. It's certainly got more flavor.
Yeah. What else? Fuck, if you can get
For $40, you can get a lot better whiskey.
get a Buffalo Trace instead, if you can get
find it.
outside of Ohio, it's apparently it grows on trees, but or outside of the Lancaster area, it grows on trees because apparently it's in every fucking store except ours every week, along with Weller Antique and Special
Old
Reserve.
Forester.
Yeah, an Old
Yeah.
Forester 1920.
Yeah.
Although that's a $60 bottle, but still
It's three
It's
times
still
better than this.
better. It's
And,
twice
and
the
that-
cost.
and I'm not saying that this is bad, but I'm not saying it's good either.
No, it's
It's
it
fine.
is.
Yeah.
It just is. I mean,
Yeah, if your buddy wants to drink whiskey with you and he's not a whiskey person,
and you don't want to waste good stuff on him because he's going to add Coke
because he's
to it.
because he's going to add a splash of Coke to it.
Which,
then this is the way to go.
You can drink your whiskey however you want, except for my whiskey, you can't drink however you want.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same way. I don't care if you want to do Pappy and Dr. Pepper, but don't use my Pappy, which I don't have,
to make a Pappy and Dr.
Pappy
Pepper.
and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, it's
90
proof. It's 45. It's your base. It's just. Oh, let me give you the let me give you the Buffalo Trace.
Like there's a map inside the bottle.
The Buffalo Trace. The palate has just a touch of sweetness followed by spice, toasted nut, and oak flavors with a robust finish. I don't think it has a robust finish.
No.
It definitely has a touch of sweetness. There is the spice. I don't get nuttiness. I don't get oak.
No.
I don't get any of the tannins from what oak usually adds. It's just, it's fine.
It's fine. It's a great entry-level whiskey for somebody who created a whiskey that doesn't drink.
We have absolutely had worse.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I gave away the Beam 8 stars, and that was fundamentally worse than this. But at least the Beam 8 star had a flavor. Like, this really doesn't have a flavor.
Hot garbage is a flavor.
Hot garbage is a flavor, and something that can ruin Dr. Pepper, that's
impressive.
That's something.
That's like...
and it did, but it's just, like, this is, again... If you want to have a bottle, here's the thing. So I'm only giving this like a 2.
Yeah, like 1.5, 2.
But if you want to have a bottle sitting around,
just for
people that don't drink whiskey that want to get started on something,
it's not a bad option.
It's not a bad option.
Nope, it's light enough. It has enough flavor to give them glimpses as to what they'd be getting into. Yeah,
but I would say someone who is also having friends over that don't drink whiskey, and you're trying to get them into it. I personally probably wouldn't start with this.
No,
I would start with something else, and then I would explain to them what they should be tasting.
Virgil cane
ginger, like that's, yeah. I had a dream the other night that I brought over my Virgil cane electric owl bottle. I was like, all right, guys, we're going to dive into this, this bottle. And then I woke up, thank God.
Yeah.
Because it's
I got the Ash Cat.
Yeah, I just finished off a bottle of Ash Cat. I didn't post it, though, so it must not have happened in real life.
No.
But I did just finish off a bottle of Ash Cat the other night.
I
double-checked to make sure I had another bottle.
I did the Sazerac, and I did it with a bourbon, and then I had an old fashioned and bottle killed last night too. I literally saw your bottle kill, and I was like, "What do I have that I could kill a bottle
what can
of?"
I get rid of?
I was like, "I got this Bib and Tucker that I haven't had in a while, so I finished that off."
Yeah, maybe I did post. Did I post it?
You did.
Yeah, that was a Virgil cane.
You posted your bottle kill.
Yeah, I posted the Virgil cane.
And I walked in here and I was like, "I'll do nope, that'll kill me."
Well, the other night when all the shit went down with my buddy Sean, he came over. I said, whatever. I said it was on, I think the February 2nd, whatever that was. He come over and I basically hid some bottles that I didn't want to open, like Weller 12, Electric Owl,
right,
whatever. Just because the Weller 12 I'm going to try to trade for something else. And I was just like, anything over. He's like, let's do some old fashions. I'm like, all right, cool. I said, whatever I got over there, just pick a bottle. If it's not open, we'll open it, because that's what I do. And he goes, no, I can't pick one of your bottles. I can't pick one. I'm like, dude, just pick a fucking bottle. He's like, no. He's like, do you have a rye? Yeah, I got rye. So I did the Middle West Spirits, my bottle that I bottled, and made old fashions out of that. Oh,
so good. God,
it's so good. Now I only have 2/3 of a bottle left, and I've got to wait.
Yeah,
I got to make it last till next year.
100%.
Because unless I can somehow get a empty barrel from Middle West Spirits that I can drain again, or
that's why I thought you were doing that for the. I was
going to.
I was like,
oh, I would have done it again.
I was easily. Like, I'll take the barrel too, because if they're just going to get rid of the fucking barrels,
I would have put the barrel in my basement.
Yeah, 100%. I will take whatever barrels. I'll come down and get it.
Yeah, I would have put the barrel in my basement once the basement's finished, and then I would have made sure that if I had to drill another hole, that hole got plugged, and I'd just start filling that barrel with. I would have
100%. I'd have a whiskey party.
I'd have a whiskey party, and the cost of entry would be a bottle that gets
put
dumped
into
the barrel. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've showed you that guy. There's a guy who has that. He has a whiskey barrel in his bar. He's got a fucking insane collection of whiskey, and people come over and they dump a bottle in, and then they get to lower a little tasting thing in on a fishing pole and roll it up and try the blend. And I'm like, I want to do that.
Yes,
that is the thing I want to do.
See,
and I don't need a big barrel. I'll take one of the little half or quarter barrels because I think that's more realistic for somebody in my situation. Like, to fill up an actual barrel would be insane.
Yeah.
But I love that idea. Just make this crazy ass blend.
Just throwing everything. An infinity barrel.
Yeah.
It's an infinity barrel.
It is.
And then
that is constantly changing.
But I would also have to make sure that someone didn't bring something stupid over.
Right. Like yeah, you're not putting early times in my barrel.
Well, or early times ball and bond. Yeah, you can put that in.
Okay.
But
I've never had that.
It's supposed to be good.
Yeah.
Like the bottle and bond version is supposed to be better than just the early times. But like you're not coming over like and bringing a bottle of Travelers and putting Travelers in there.
No, it's just going to cut it.
It's just not. You might as well just put water in there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think it's a really really good idea. And it's something I want to try to do for the basement, which is drywallers come tomorrow.
Sweet.
So drywallers come and they're gonna get started. The contractor's supposed to bring. We're doing something really cool with the ceiling. So
Popcorn?
No. Fuck no. So I was gonna have the ceiling drywalled, or initially I was gonna have the ceiling painted black.
Right.
And then for the cost this $3,000's nothing to sneeze at.
No.
But when it was going to cost me $1,800 to have the ceiling painted and $4,200 to have it drywalled.
Painted is
fucking drywall it.
Yeah.
No, I was on the drywall it.
Yeah.
I'm like, just drywall it. Well, then, again, my buddy Sean, he's a woodworker, and this is all he does is just watch woodworking shit on fucking TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. And he's like,
my buddy's getting into that.
He's like, I got a really fucking cool idea that I saw. He's like, he sends me the link to it. So basically, because I have I-beams instead of floor joists, I have engineered I-beams for my floor joists. He's like, this guy did this, and he took drywall and he cut it to the size.
I saw that.
Flips it up and
I
in.
saw that. So you still have access
to everything.
Yeah.
So we're doing that.
I saw that. I know exactly what you're talking about, which is fucking crazy.
Fucking awesome.
It's like a drywall drop ceiling.
Yeah, we're going 2 wide. So 2 wides on the joists. Everything's going to still be painted white. But because I'm using 2x4s and I'm cutting them in half long ways, so that I just get, they're not really 2x4s, but they still be 1x4s or 3/4 by 4s. So I'll have that attached to another 2-inch drop down.
Yep.
And I'm just going to be able to just put all this shit up. We're painting everything white. I'm going to plane all the boards, but he's supposed to drop stuff off tomorrow. I said, if you can get everything. He's like, well, there might be a slight increase in cost. I'm like, there can't be a slight increase in cost. I said, we almost have to be about even.
Yeah.
We're not paying for mudding, taping, and everything else.
Nope.
Guys don't have to do any of that.
All they have to do is cut it to size.
They're not even going to do that. Rob's going to do that.
Sweet.
So I'm like, all we have to do is order half the wood that you would need to do the ceiling.
Because we're just cutting it.
I'll rip everything down for what we need. I said, I will plane it 3 sides, and then it's ready for paint. Have the painter just paint the shit while it's down, put it up, plug the hole.
Done.
Paint over each hole when it's after it's been plugged. Problem solved.
Yeah.
Same thing with the drywall. Paint it all on the floor, let it dry, put it up. Done.
Yeah.
And
super easy.
He looked at that and he goes, this is a really good fucking idea. I'm like, yeah. I said, I'll guinea pig this shit. I'm going to tell him, I'm like, you give me a discount on this and we'll guinea pig it here. You fucking start selling this to your customers when you start doing their ceilings.
Yeah.
Because you can do this on any ceiling. It doesn't have to be the engineered I-beam. And you can run it opposite if you need to. Just because of how you can kind of float it in place. You can drop it a little deeper and just float it in, and it's perfect. I said, what's it going to take to do, I said, can you get 6 pieces out of a piece of drywall? He's like, yeah. I'm like, God damn it. Perfect.
Yeah. This will work.
This will be perfect. So I can't wait. And I'll be able to like pop everything out, and I'll be able to run all my fucking LEDs the way I want to run them, and
With no exposed anything.
no exposed anything. It's going to be fucking glorious.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. Because
So-
I saw that there was a guy who was redoing his house and was trying to figure out what to do in his basement. And that's one of the things he saw or came up with. And I'm like, yeah, that's so smart.
Yeah, it is. I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
getting
such a cool
so
idea.
fucking ready. Like, I won't have an actual bar in the basement. I was trying to figure out if I could. The best I can do is like a 6-foot bar, with 2 chairs.
I was about to say that's, 8, 10?
I couldn't even get something. I mean, I'm looking at 6 foot off the wall, and I can maybe get 3 chairs at the bar sitting elbow to elbow. So it'd probably just be a 2-stool bar to give room. And I'm like, if I do it, I'll do it after the fact.
I was
Like,
going to
it's
say, you
just-
just need a couple pub tables.
That's what I'm going to do. If I could get something a little bit smaller than this,
Like this size. The
like
interior.
like maybe the interior, or just maybe like 3 inches out from the interior. If I could get something like that,
That's enough for people to sit around. That's enough for people to stand around.
Yeah, if I can
you
get 2
do
of
like a
those.
poker game or some other bullshit, you can do that there.
yeah. So all right, let's open up this next bottle.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm gonna have to edit that.
That was a
out.
fucking good one.
So this I've had.
I've not.
So this is Buzzards Roost. Now I was not hip to the Buzzards Roost until just recently on my trip down to the Bourbon Trail back in December. So Buzzards Roost has a place on Whiskey Row. They have a building down there. And we went in. It was Jason C from the Mash and Drum, myself, another guy named JD, and somebody else. I think there were 4 of us there. I don't remember exactly. And Jason had asked, like, we just got the bourbon. Jason's like, hey, I got your guys' drinks, whatever. We're just doing bourbon neat, so whatever. And I'm like, oh, you didn't have to do that, man. And he goes, hey, do you have the Buzzards Roost cigar, the rye cigar, the Cigar Rye? And she's like, no, we're completely out. And I jokingly, and I know I've told it before, but it makes sense. I said, what do you mean you don't have it? Do you know who this guy is? This is Jason C from the Mash and Drum. You can't just tell him, no, you don't have it. And Jason, like, kind of looks at me, and I'm like, I'm totally fucking, like,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't mean. She comes back out literally with 4 glasses of Cigar Rye. And when I had it, I was just like, oh my God.
Oh, shit.
This is good. And she said it was batch 3 and blah, blah, blah. So this is batch 3, bottle 4960. And I had never heard of Buzzards Roost. So this is available all over Ohio. You can get it down at Pit Stop. You can get it down at
I've seen
wherever you buy fine whiskey. So there's a new thing though. So Cigar Ryes are kind of new as far as shit that's happening. So what they do is a Cigar Rye is they take they toast the barrel, and then they actually burn cigar leaves and tobacco in the barrel. Buzzard Roost takes it a tad bit further. So they reuse barrels. So these are basically a double barrel type of deal.
Well, this one says the whiskey is rested in brand new lightly charred oak barrels that have been toasted and then very lightly smoked with Kentucky aged cigar tobacco.
Yes. So what did I read? So then I read this wrong.
The nose is really
But they cold smoke it like you would cheese or salmon.
okay.
Okay, but I did read that they're reusing barrels somewhere in this article, and that's from Bourbon Culture. They're almost all secondary barrels that Buzzard Roost uses are either toasted or are given a level 1 chard. Maybe that's what I assumed that they were when they say secondary barrel.
Yeah.
That it's a rebarrel or a double barrel, but they are cold smoking the barrels with tobacco leaves instead of just burning hot.
Heat.
Yeah. So, which is something different that no one else is actually doing.
The nose is so good.
It is super sweet.
Yeah.
Candy sweet. And these are meant, like a Cigar Rye is meant to be enjoyed with a cigar. Like, that's the whole purpose of the Cigar Rye. So this one, I got the tasting notes here from Bourbon Culture somewhere in their little article here. But I was like, holy shit. Like, this is so fucking good when I had it. Now, granted, I was also almost 3 sheets to the wind when I had it.
No, but it smells amazing.
It smells like it did before. So, on the nose, ashy smoke is easy to find and moderately pungent. But just like a peated Scotch, I find that they are longer in session and less in smoke stand out. Beyond that, I'm finding an MGP rye, which I think they are an MGP product, which no big deal. Brown sugar and pine needles. Instead, I'm leaning more towards herbal scents with citrus peel. Sweetness comes from a honey note. The spice is mostly restrained to cinnamon and allspice notes hitting it most.
What what review are you reading off of?
That's from Bourbon Culture.
Okay. I'm going to do Breaking Bourbons.
Yeah, Breaking Bourbon's always hit or miss for me on their shit.
I'll skip that one then.
But no, I mean, I look at their stuff and then I go find somebody else to see what they say too. So
we'll do the whiskey wash.
I don't get piney, like pine needles, but I do get like a honey.
I get sweetness,
like a sweet
for sure.
honey sweetness that they're talking about. Maybe a little bit of cinnamon. I'm not quite sure what allspice is supposed to smell like, even though I've used it a couple times. But I don't know that I get anything different out of this. Like I get
more citrus than like the Travelers had like green apple. This to me is a little more citrusy.
Yeah, this is citrusy for sure. Yeah. I'm getting a little bit of cinnamon. Just a hint.
Yep.
Just a hint. And citrus. Like citrus is abundant. Like zest from a rind. From like a lemon or orange rind. All right, I'm going. Oh my god.
Oh, that's really good.
So good. So fucking good.
$46.
Yeah.
Or right around there.
Right around there. Yeah, it's not bad at all. So herbal spicy nature with honey and brown sugar. Baking spices consist of cinnamon, peppercorn, and clove. I don't get licorice. But gaps between fruit notes and citrus notes, black cherry, and a delightful mouthfeel.
So they say the nose is medicinal. I get that a little bit.
I get that.
Nutty, vanilla, dried fruit, dried roses, and caramel.
I don't know what dried roses are supposed to be, but that
the
sounds
initial
made up.
ethanol forwardness is balanced out by the floral and citrus notes.
Mm. Oh my god, so good. Hi, Melissa.
Hi. Yeah, you can come in.
We're just, recording and having some fun. And
I'm pretty.
do you want to try some?
Is it a Sazerac?
No.
Oh, the Travelers?
No.
Oh, yeah, try that.
This is called Buzzards Roost. It's a cigar rye. What do you smell on the nose? Cigar?
Oh my god. Yeah, try that. Light that cigar up and then take a sip.
See, she got the cinnamon too?
She got the cinnamon too.
Right?
So fucking good.
That's so good.
It's so fucking good. I was so excited. So I had this when I was down on the Bourbon Trail. And it is, I'm just like, I'm in. Like, I need to find it. And then when I saw it in the store, citrus, yep.
No, we'll do the salt next.
We'll do some.
You have the pecades.
And it goes great with a cigar.
Yeah, just set it on the table and just dump the glass. Not dump the glasses out, but
Dump the glasses out. Just dump them all. Just dump them everywhere. Yeah, let me see the saline. Yeah, this is one that I'm going to buy. Like I already told Liz, like,
It's really good.
I'm going to buy multiple bottles of this.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Like this is a have it around to drink.
Yeah. This is an everyday.
Yeah, this is an absolute everyday sipper. It's a 4 for me.
For $45. Oh. You get the salt. Yeah.
Oh my God. That comes through like crazy. I need to get saline solution. Can you get me like IV packs of saline solution?
Why don't you just use, I wonder if you use like the
Visine. It gets the red out.
I'll get you the mix that I use for this. There's a TikTok guy that I follow called the Thirsty Whale. And
that totally changes it.
Right.
But
It
better.
mellows it out. It takes that hint of sharp that you get.
But it's got like a very salted caramely.
That caramel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it almost made it feel different on your tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah. It got more viscosity. Viscous.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
And that was just a drop.
Yep.
Wild.
It's crazy. Like chemistry is amazing.
Yay, science.
Learning through chemistry.
Yay, science.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye. Yeah, that is fucking
That is
insane.
fantastic.
Holy shit.
Dude,
This is like my new this is my new favorite. Like I'm
for-
gonna have to buy bottles.
for 45
hoard it.
for 45. So, $5-6 more.
Yeah. I mean that's
10 times the value.
this is the perfect comparison. I mean, it's apples to oranges, but for $5 more, the Buzzards Roost is exponentially better than fucking Travelers. Now, I grant, we're
Apples. It is really apples and oranges.
It is like it's a blended whiskey versus a rye.
So this
But
is
if you want something that's goddamn fantastic,
Yeah.
this Buzzards Roost Cigar Rye is leaps and bounds above Travelers.
So they say on the palate, peaty smokiness, black pepper, which I get, hints
Yeah.
of caramel, red apple peel, and pine. I don't get the pine.
I didn't get the pine either.
And I, as somebody who loves like a good like piney hoppy IPA, like I'm key to those flavors.
Yeah.
And I don't get pine at all.
I don't get pine. Which makes me wonder, like, what is provided to them as far as tasting notes go versus what they actually say.
Yeah. This whiskey has a subtle texture that makes it very approachable with a smooth medium length finish that has a light but rich quality. 100% agree with that. Dry and smoky undertones.
Yep.
Yeah,
Until you add that drop of saline solution in it, and then holy shit, the dryness goes away and the smokiness is replaced with salted caramel.
Yeah.
Like heavy, heavy salted caramel.
Yeah, this fits in a pocket, so like I'm excited to do like a bourbon trail thing and just like pull this
Pull
out.
it out. And
We're like, what are you doing? It's
Well,
LSD. Don't worry about it.
most places do provide water.
Yeah.
For tastings. Like when we're down there.
Well, and again, hat tip to Thirsty Whale. He was like, why do you add salt to foods? You add it to enhance flavors. And so when he makes cocktails, he adds a couple drops of saline. So I was like, fuck it, I'm
know
going to
what?
try that.
Fuck, I'm having more.
I'm going to try that. And so, like, the first time I tried it, I was like, what is happening right now? I was like, how can it take something that I thought was pretty good in the first place and adding a drop or two of this just takes it to that next level? For the most part, like with the Travelers, it killed everything.
Yeah. It was like,
And which makes me
it was
worried.
antibacterial.
Yeah,
It
right. Like,
fucking killed everything.
which makes me worried about Traveler holding up to any kind of mixed cocktail. Like, I
Right.
feel like it's just going to get overpowered by whatever you add to it is going to be the dominant flavor.
Yes, absolutely. This I want to make. I'm sitting at home tonight watching the Super Bowl. I'm going to make an old fashioned out of this.
That's going to be.
I'm going to do a smoked old fashioned, and I may even.
And I was about to say, and the smoked old fashioned should pull out those notes of that cigar.
I may even take this cigar instead of using I may mix some of the cigar tobacco with the wood chips.
Why not? I mean,
And
that's
then smoke that old fashioned. Here, have some more.
I'll have just a tip because I got to go. I'm going out after this.
No, that's fine. Take as much as you like. But I'm next time I walk into the store, I'm buying 2 bottles of it.
Yeah, that's 100% something that you should have on your shelves.
Yes, this is absolutely a fucking killer ass.
For
Rye.
$45,
That's my favorite rye.
that's one of the better ryes I've ever had.
That is absolutely my favorite rye.
Like
at this
one of
point.
my favorite ryes is the Middle West Pumpernickel.
Yeah. Like this
This is right up there.
This
Yeah.
beats that right
Yep.
now for me.
And I was looking for that to make the Sazerac with, but I apparently have killed that bottle. So now I'm super curious to do a head-to-head.
I want to see, and Rudra, I know you're not listening. I would like to see you do a Pumpernick Cigar Rye.
Like that's good.
That is fucking amazing.
That's
I love it.
That's an excellent whiskey. That's
Love it.
one of my favorite whiskeys I've had in a long time.
Like I said, I'm easily at a 4 with that.
Yeah, like 4 or 5. Go 4.5. Go.
Yeah, go
If you
get
see
that.
this, buy it.
Buy it. Buy multiple bottles. Don't. But you know, like
Sorry,
LeVar Burton
Randy, you
said,
could
don't
try this
take-
next time.
Don't
but
take my word for it. Take Mike's.
Yeah,
This
will
fucking
probably be
amazing.
my next purchase.
Yeah, I may run the pit stop now. No, I'm not going to run now, but it's
God, that's good.
it's so available. And I don't want to take that for granted, so I need to make sure that I buy it.
Right. And then that's the thing. Like, and it's crazy how things blow up because, like, something that you find all the time all of a sudden gets popular and it's impossible to find.
Yeah.
Buffalo Trace being a great example of that. Buffalo Trace, like you said, a lot of other places you can go into, the Krogers that sell alcohol. You can go into a Kroger that sells alcohol and find the Buffalo Trace, no problem. Here, it's like the last time I bought Buffalo Trace, I was in South Carolina.
I got mine here. This cigar is literally leaking out the back.
Yeah, it is.
There is a
Oily residue.
oily substance coming out, and it's all over my fucking lips now.
It's a Fifth Element cigar.
Maybe I won't mix the tobacco with my...
No, but I'm sure you probably have something else. Or is this all you
Actually,
have?
I've got two big cigars, and I just have these left, like the green ones that I keep calling Kentucky Fried Chicken, which it's Kentucky Fire Cured. And then I have those, but I think I'm done with this one. That last was just, ugh. It's like tar.
Yeah, that's not good.
But this,
That's supposed to just be in the lungs, not
Right.
in the cigar itself.
yeah, well, it's in the cigar at this point. I don't know what's up with that, but I noticed it. I tried to wipe it away, and
Fail.
anyhow,
No, that was...
we didn't even get into Super Bowl shit.
No.
That was, which I'm totally fine with. Hey, go 49ers.
Go 49ers.
I'm glad they won. Because this comes out after the fact.
Yeah.
I mean, and fuck you, Taylor Swift. You're ruining football for people.
It is the funniest thing in the world that so many people are butthurt by Taylor Swift.
I'm not butthurt by it. I will say I'm just getting tired of hearing about her. Like, they were doing,
It amuses me to no end.
like,
I am wearing my Taylor Swift T-shirt
Oh,
to
no,
the
no.
party I'm going tonight. I have a Taylor Swift death metal T-shirt.
yes, you do. And it is awesome. Like,
So that is my wife. I had to talk herself out of buying a Go Taylor Swift's Boyfriend T-shirt. I am so amused by, and like I saw a video of some girl going like, I went to go see Taylor Swift and they just kept showing like these clips of this guy and who apparently is Taylor Swift's boyfriend, and it just ruined the whole experience for me because I was there to see Taylor Swift. Now there's all these people who are just there and they're like, oh, that's Taylor Swift's boyfriend. And I was like, and then at the end she was like, now do you see how stupid you fucking sound?
Yes. So, what I found hilarious is when they were at Buffalo and his brother showed up,
Dude, Jason
fucking
Kelsey.
shirtless.
Jason
The
Kelsey is
appalled
the
look.
fucking man.
The appalled look on Taylor Swift's face of him like jumping out of the fucking box without a shirt on.
Yep.
Funko Pop made a shirtless Jason Kelsey
Fuck
shirt.
you, did they really?
Yes.
Oh, I'm buying that.
Yes, they did. I was like, son of a bitch, that's awesome.
So he was enamored by Bill's Mafia.
Oh, I know. He showed up at the fucking tailgates.
Yeah, he went to Pinto Ron's and drank the shot of Polish liquor out of the fucking bowling ball. He
Yeah.
was like, "This is fucking rad."
He's like, all of it. He did it all.
He was like, "If Buffalo wins, I'm going through a flaming table." He didn't. Buffalo didn't. But anyways, he's fucking rad. I love his brother.
It was,
Like
it was
I don't
so
like
good.
I don't like Jason. I don't like Travis Kelce only because he keeps kicking the Bills' ass, which is why I'm rooting for the 49ers. That being said, Jason Kelce is the fucking man.
Yeah. Yeah, here.
And so, like, his wife was like, "You can't do this. You can't do this. That's amazing." He was like, "You
It's
can't.
so good.
You can't do
Oh.
this." And his response to her was like, "Sweetie, the night I met you, I passed out unconscious, drunk in a bar. This is me."
Oh. There it is. Yeah, you can buy it on, this item is final. They may not have any more left. On Funko Pop's website.
That's amazing.
$25.
That's the best $25 I can spend.
I mean, I'm like, I'm not even. Now I started thinking about, I'm like,
I'm
who
not a-
gives a shit? I'm not a Kelsey fan, but that'd be fucking hilarious
Yeah,
just to
that's
throw into
amazing.
all of my shit that I have, because I have a ton of Funko Pops, and I only buy the ones I like. I don't buy them because of value, and most of the ones I have are from like 80s references, like My Pet Monster or Grimace,
It's in stock.
Run DMC. Yeah, I mean, you can $25. It's yours.
Get 10% off. I just put my email in.
So anyway, all right. We didn't, like I said, we didn't get to any Super Bowl shit, but that's all right. We're an hour and some in. We're gonna call it.
Randy,
Randy,
hope you feel better.
Hope you feel better, buddy.
we'll save
we
both
never-
travelers
We
for
never
you.
even did mention why Randy wasn't here.
Randy's sick.
He's sick. This is the first show in 5 years that Randy's missed, only because it's been Randy and I for 3.5 years, and then we brought Mike into the fold.
A little over a year ago now.
Yeah.
It's been over a year.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Happy to host.
It's
a great spot for it.
You've added a whole other element to the show, so it's not just Randy interrupting me every other sentence, which is nice. So if you get the opportunity and you can get Buzzards Roost Cigar Rye, it doesn't matter what batch it is, just pick it up,
It's
grab it.
absolutely
The
fantastic.
shit is primo. Travelers,
Meh.
if you want something that you can just kind of have around to give to your buddies,
Like, we can come up with better options.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
it's just not good.
Yeah.
It's-
It just is.
It's an entry level.
Yeah.
So, but for the price, get the Buzzards Roost. I mean, if you only had to choose between the two, get the Buzzards Roost.
10 times out of 10.
It's better. Way better.
10 times out of 10.
I'm definitely going to pick up more bottles of this. Like,
Yeah,
I'm just going to
that's
have.
100% I'm buying. That's going to be on one of my shelves. Yes.
I don't stock whiskey just because my turnover isn't that great, but I'm going to stock this. Right. I mean, I'm not as like you are, but like.
It's a problem for me.
Yeah.
I'm legitimately almost in therapy because of shit like this. So,
I think I'm going to start buying more. I'm going to have shelves to fill.
yeah.
Like, I just need to put stuff on shelves. So I'm going to have to buy stuff. Whether it's in duplicate of whatever, I'm just going to have to buy stuff.
I still got a Makers over there I haven't opened. The Cow's Pick of Makers.
We'll get to that eventually.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Yeah, next
or you
week.
just fucking bottle chug
Yeah,
it.
we just. Ooh. How did he kill himself? He went out happy.
He went out. He was in
He
a
shit
good mood.
himself as he went out, but
mean,
yeah, he went out happy. He
went
drowned
out-
in his own
It
vomit.
was fine. So he Janis Joplin that shit.
Yeah, fuck.
All right,
Crawl
so
into a tub and
check us out on
Jim Morris
Facebook.
and myself.
Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Johnny Edwards. There you go, buddy. There's your shout out.
Yeah.
Dakota Cox. I don't know who you are, but you
You mentioned
basically
so, yeah.
you made it. You made a comment, so we're gonna throw
Tim,
your name out
Dan,
there too. Tim,
I'm
Dan.
sure- yeah.
Tim's been liking stuff on Facebook. I haven't seen anything from Dan yet.
He's not on Facebook. He's,
But I need to make you an
he's a
admin
Luddite.
for the Facebook page too,
For sure.
just so you can fuck around with that.
Yep.
And probably give you the password for Instagram if you want to post anything for there. I
Yeah.
tried to give it to Randy, and he didn't post things I liked, so
Yeah.
whatever.
I can post
Any-
whiskey stuff.
Yeah, I need to be more active. I need to start. I may even start doing shorts, like YouTube shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll just grab stuff, like just showing me making a cocktail or whatever. So
I was about to say smoking something is that draws views. Like, and honestly, like this dumb little eyedropper bottle is game changing.
Yeah, that is
That's
that
fucking
not just
game changer.
water. That is
It's a game
saline
changer.
solution is a complete and total game.
I will send you the link to him making this so
Okay.
we can post it.
Yeah.
And then we can get some crossover stuff. So.
Yeah, that'll work. I need to just be a little more active. I'd like to take this somewhere to kind of start covering the cost.
Yeah, like
The initial cost.
Even if it's just the cost of the podcast, it's like the
like
the subscriptions.
I would love to. Well, initially, I'd love to recover the cost of the equipment, but that's been whatever. I think I've kind of written it off. But at least the yearly, we had there was a monthly, or there is a yearly subscription fee we have to pay to put this shit out there. So if we could just cover that, I would be fine.
Yeah,
with it.
I was about to say breaking even is fine.
Yeah, I've never the whole point was never to do this to make money. It was always to get free shit from distilleries. And we have. So, Buzzards, Rooster, if you're listening, love it.
Amazing.
I'll tag you.
Yeah,
So,
super great.
anyway, for Mike, I'm Martelle. We're out.
Bye.